So one thing I get asked about a lot is how much grip pressure and where should the pressure be in the hands. There's a book written a long time ago called The Golfing Machine that talked about there's basically 3 pressure points in the grip. The first pressure point being these top 2 fingers in your top hand. Those need to have a fair amount of pressure. And then the second pressure point would be overlap, interlock. And then I like to think about the middle of the grip there, and then the middle of the grip where my hand, or the pad of my right hand connects to the top of my left thumb. So now I got the top of the grip and the middle of the grip covered. Okay, and then the bottom pressure point is your thumb and index finger of your trail hand. And so I got these 2 fingers are tight, this finger to the middle of the grip connection right there, and then thumb and trigger finger. So now I got the top of the grip, the middle of the grip, now the bottom of the grip covered. And so you want kind of equal pressure in all 3 parts of that grip, top, middle, and bottom throughout the golf swing. And as far as grip pressure goes, I think for a full swing, you probably want about a 6.5 to 7 out of 10 in all 3 of those pressure points. You don't want light grip pressure because then the golf club is going to move around in your hands a lot. I think the faster the golf club is moving, the firmer the grip pressure needs to be, which is why you see those long drive guys and they have massive forearms because they have to be holding on to it so tight. They're working that forearm strength. Okay, and then so with those 3 pressure points being covered, there's a big variety of things that you can do. You can hold on to the golf club like this. That's not wrong. You can hold on to the golf club with a strong left hand and a weak right hand. There's guys that hold on to it with a weak left hand and a strong right hand. So we don't teach the grip as a fundamental. We think it's important, but it's not fundamental because not every single guy on tour does it the same. And so what we think is important is the way that you grip it versus how your wrists work. And so if I take a grip like a Colin Morikawa and I have an extremely weak left hand grip where the logo of my glove would be pointed at the target, and then my right hand would kind of go on it like that. That's kind of how Colin Morikawa grips it. And so to make this match, a matchup being at impact, what are my wrist conditions going to need to be like to make sure this club face is square? So when my left arm goes into a straight line with the golf club, how can I get this face to square? And so like right now you can see how that face is open. My left arm and golf club are in a straight line. The face is open, so now I need to do more of this with my wrist to get the club face to square. So the weaker your grip is, the more Dustin Johnson, Colin Morikawa you have to have with your wrist conditions at the top. Okay, and then the opposite would be true. So if you hold on to it like a Daniel Berger and you're extremely strong with your grip, when my left hand goes straight, or my left arm goes straight, I make a straight line with the golf club in my left arm, you see how closed that club face is. And so Daniel Berger at impact can't do the same thing that Colin Morikawa is doing. He has to have his wrist facing more this way in an extended position. So Colin Morikawa's wrist looks like this at impact, or Daniel Berger's wrist looks like it's more this way. And so matchup at the top would be if I took Daniel Berger's grip, I can't have Colin Morikawa wrist conditions unless I'm doing a ton of this at impact to try to square this club face up. So that's called matchups. So we typically think that changing the grip is the easiest way to change where the face is pointed. But sometimes we can change the grip, but the player's wrist conditions don't change enough. And so we have to start talking about what the matchup's doing with the wrist. But those are important things. But pressure in the grip, how strong your grip is, how weak your grip is going to basically teach you what your wrist conditions kind of need to look like at the top. Are they going to be more this way or more this way? And that's dependent upon your grip.